Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to District United TV. It is Cherry Blossom night. We are wearing the Cherry Blossom kit tonight. So, on the lineup graphic, we have circles. I kind of like the circles better than what we had these last couple weeks. I like the circles, but we have a little pink ring around a white circle with the black numbers. I kind of like it. And what I like even more is the Cherry Blossom kit. And we're going to see it for the first time tonight, home, Audi Field. I'm just going to move this up a little bit. There, it looks a little better. I did mess around with the my camera settings before this, so it should look a little better. Might be a little more slightly laggy-er. The quality should be good though. But more importantly, it is important that the Cherry Blossom kit is being brought out. It's making its debut tonight for DC. But more importantly, it's DC United versus the New England Revolution. A very good team. And I was talking to my brother before this. We might get absolutely battered today. That sounds very negative, and it's a very negative way to start the stream. But we could actually get destroyed. But we won't get destroyed if we play well. That's not very in depth, but if we just do what we've done before and what we did in the Columbus Crew game and what we did in the Orlando City game, and we convert our chances, that's the biggest thing, converting our chances, turning them into goals, we'll be fine. And we'll probably come away with something. We're at home. Let's make it difficult for them. Let's run through the lineup. You can see over there on the in the middle of your screen to the right of me. Tyler Miller in net. Still, don't know why he would come out of net. Ruan starts at right back on this thing that I'm looking at. He's at left back, which isn't going to be the case. He's going to be at right back. We then, on the opposite side, is Jacob Green. I want to talk about him for a little bit because he had a little cameo. Welcome to the stream, Xander. I'm assuming I said that right because there's an X. But Jacob Green had a little cameo, little bit of minutes. Or did he come on at halftime? I can't remember. It was halfway. Yeah, Jahaz is apparently injured. He wasn't originally on the whatever it's called, the injury list. I don't know, whatever you call it. He wasn't originally there. He's not in the squad. He is injured. And our only other left back is Jacob Green. Actually played all right for the short amount of time that he played in the NYCFC game. We did lose, but he played all right. And he's gonna be here bringing some energy. We're at home against a good team. Jacob Green, he's there. See how he does. I'm excited to watch him. In the center backs, obviously it's Williams and Birnbaum. I got them on the correct side this time. Williams is on the left. Birnbaum's on the right. I'm assuming that's how it's gonna go, because that's how it's been. So I've seen a couple different lineups in terms of that midfield, and we know it's going to be a back four, obviously. This could be 4-5-1 or 4-2-3-1 or 4-3-3, however you want to look at it. I think it's going to be similar to what we've been seeing. Taxi's on the bench, by the way. I'm kind of all over the place here, but Taxi is on the bench. But we've kind of been playing this 4-4-2. That kind of shifts around a little bit. Against NYCFC, we saw a big line of 5 midfielders, very, very defensive. Will we see that tonight? Possibly. But I think that's how it's going to look. If we do shift to that big 5 in the midfield, it'll probably be Knaus kind of dropping down. You can't see my cursor, so you don't know what I'm talking about. But imagine Knaus coming down to the middle, playing like a single pivot. Durkin is kind of like a 2/8 next to Click, and then Kudi Pietro probably would go to right midfield. and then Benteke would be the sole striker. But that, I think, is how we're gonna line up. I just put it on a flat 4-4-2 on this little graphic, but I've decided to go a little more realistic. Or, fullbacks are pushed up a little higher. Knaus has kind of dropped in. He's been playing very, very deep. Click is kind of up there. And then, Durkin possibly could be. I like the combo with Durkin and Ruan. I kind of like it. When Andy Nahar's not been there, I like that combo. Jackson Hopkins starts as well. This is his first start of the season. He benches Nigel Roberta and Yamil Assad. Let's talk about that for a second. Yamil Assad could very well have gotten his first start of the season, but we've gone with Hopkins. Interesting decision. We'll see how it goes. Leaves us some options off the bench for sure. Play won't drop when we bring on the subs, but Hopkins is there. We'll see how he does. DiPietro is going to start again. He's kind of started since he scored the winner back against Toronto. So I also really enjoyed DiPietro's performance against NYCFC. One of the better players of a bad bunch. Powson was good, but now he's on international duty. What we have right now is an injury crisis. If you didn't know, an injury crisis that has spread so far that it's even affected Wayne Rooney. Apparently, he is not going to be on the sidelines tonight. It is going to be assistant coach, assistant manager, Peter Shuttleworth. He did the pre-match press conference that I did not watch, but I did see that he was the one that did it. On the bench, this is kind of bizarre because we haven't even been able to fill an entire bench. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players on the bench out of I think a possible 8 or 9, probably 9. 2 of those 7 players are goalkeepers, Zamudio and Bono. So we only have 5 field players on the bench, and those represent our 5 subs that we are allowed to make in a game. Because we're not going to sub a goalie. Why would we? Unless there's an injury. There was an injury in the Portland Timbers game just couple minutes, not minutes, like a half an hour ago that just finished up, ended 0-0. If you didn't see it, Portland Timbers goalkeeper got injured in stoppage time. A field player had to go in goal because they used up all their subs. Hopefully that doesn't happen today, because we have Hayden Sargis and Donovan Pines, 2 center backs. Already we're going down, we've kind of eliminated 4 options there. We're probably not going to bring on a center back, Hayden Sargis or Donovan Pines. So we've kind of got 3 options. Taxi, who is, I'm just now seeing on Twitter that he's limited to about 20 minutes tonight if he plays at all. I just saw that. So Taxi can only play 20 minutes, and that's at the absolute max. So will we even see him? That means we only have 2 options, and they're both wingers / strikers. They both play the same position, Yamil Assad and Nigel Roberta, plus Taxi a little bit. And if we are desperate, I think Hayden Sargis can play left back. I'm kind of making that up, but I mean, we've seen Derek Williams play left back. They're not in their most comfortable position when they play there, those 2, but it's something. Should be about 6 minutes from kickoff here. We'll talk about New England for a little bit. New England, very good team. They'll probably make the playoffs. Right now, they're in second. They look very... I don't want to say very comfortable because they lost 4-0 to LAFC. But in their other 3 games, they did not concede a single goal. Originally, before the season started, The main question was their center backs. That hasn't really been an issue. They've kind of been okay. Their fullbacks, especially, have been absolutely magnificent. Daquan Jones, he's on the thumbnail of this live stream. It's been absolutely fantastic for them. Probably their best player so far. Brandon Bai is like a close second if you're, in their defenders. Brandon Bai, also really good. Two players that have been at New England for a while, and they're, having a pretty good season so far. Only 4 games in, but they're doing good. The front line, can't remember who it was. Don't know why I can't remember who it was. Somebody's on international duty. I can't remember who it was. But one of their better players on international duty. Carlos Gil is injured. Positive for us, not a positive for New England fans or Carlos Gil or New England. Players are walking out. I'm excited to see the cherry blossom uniform, but it's an interesting midfield as well. Latif Blessing does not start. I don't know, is Latif Blessing injured or something? Or is he on international? He can't be. I'm gonna... Okay, let me look at who's not available. Dylan Borrero is on international duty. Nacho Gil, Jacob Jackson, obviously. Maciel's out. Christian Macoun, I think, international duty. Tommy McNamara. No Carles Gil, though. Oh, no, Carles Gil is on the bench. Okay, so he's coming back from injury. But those others, not available. Mainly look out for Gustavo Bo. He was the man that scored the winner against Nashville. It is very important that we get a clean sheet because I don't know if we're going to be scoring tonight. It's going to be, I'm predicting a dominant game from New England where they're just coming at us the whole game. And we haven't really been converting in the final third and being clinical in the final third these last couple games. Hopefully that changes tonight. It's going to be hard, though, with Wayne Rooney not on the sidelines. It's just going to be a tough game overall. We're just going to see how it goes. And we're going to be live here to cover it all. Live reactions, get in the chat. What's your score prediction? I always like to be positive with my score prediction, even when we're going up against really good opponents. This is one of those times where we're going up against a really good opponent, but we're going to try and be optimistic. I'm going to say 0-0. I don't want to see a 0-0, but I don't really see us scoring a goal, unfortunately. We scored more goals than them, so that's we could get 0-0. We also allowed 8. So, and they don't concede a lot of goals. In their 3 wins, they've not conceded a goal. We're seeing the cherry blossom kits now. New England are wearing their navy blue. I think they're doing the national anthem, or they just did it. I think they just did the national anthem. Look at those kits. Okay, we've been sent to an ad. I'm gonna have to get a cherry blossom kit. I'll have to go to the club store when I go to the match in the summertime. I'll have to get one. I'm trying to update Twitter, see if we can get anything on the injuries and stuff. There's Taxi. He's running. I see him. He was in the warm-up. Limited to apparently 20 minutes. If he plays at all. Welcome to the stream if you're just joining us. New England Revolution versus DC United. DC United versus New England Revolution. Also got pizza. Okay. We're ready. Question is, are those players ready? Peter Shuttleworth. Is it Pete Shuttleworth? Does he go by Pete? I don't know. What did they call him in the press conference? It is Pete Shuttleworth. Shuttleworth. Not Peter. It's Pete. Should be getting underway now. We've not kicked off yet. Here we go. This should be it. Bringing us back in. MLS Season Pass. Some fans making their way to their seats. Looks like a good amount of fans. They're at the spot, getting ready. Let's get the timer ready. Here we go. At Audi Field. Washington Spirit also play tomorrow. At Audi Field. They're going to be using Audi Field, which is good for them. Start the timer. They're going to be using Audi Field for all their home matches, which is a big positive for them. I believe they're playing OL Reign. But we're underway. Bobby Wood's just done a handball. The referee did call it. Oh yeah, and the other games are starting around the league. As you know, when there's a score, we'll update you on those other games, and when it's halftime in all those games, we'll let you know. Red cards. Yeah, we'll update you. Charlotte FC versus New York Red Bulls. Columbus Crew versus Atlanta United. Philadelphia versus Orlando. Inter Miami versus Chicago Fire. And yeah, those are all the games that have just kicked off for the 7:30 kickoff. Here we go. We are underway. Rouen is very high up the pitch. And it almost looks like this could be very weird. This could be very weird. Durkin looks like he's playing right back, but Rouen is kind of... They might switch eventually. If Rouen is playing right wing, that's going to be fun to watch. Durkin at right back as well. But here we go. Ball in, ball out. Not as far as their number 8. And cleared long. Let's see. If they're going to switch, they've got to do it now. It looks very similar to what that graphic is, except Cudi Pietro and Benteke are on opposite sides. I'm sure they'll interchange a whole bunch. And Durkin is at right back. Rouen's on the right wing. Good save from Tyler Miller. Big chance there. Cutting inside for New England. I believe that was the man whose name I'm not going to be able to say. Esmir Bayraktarevich. I'm going to try not to say his name because I'm going to get it wrong every single time. Jacob Green. Out to Jackson Hopkins. 2 youngsters there. A lot of young players on the field right now for DC. 3 of them. And there's already been a goal. Not in the DC United game, but Orlando have taken the lead against Philadelphia Union. Just love seeing Philadelphia Union drop points. The more points they drop, well, the more points they drop, the less chance they have of winning a title, which is good. You love to see that. Orlando City is one of the teams that we're probably going to be fighting a playoff spot for, if we're even in the playoff fight. Hopefully we are. If we are, Orlando City is going to be one of those teams that we need to fight off. It does look like Durkin's playing right back. I don't want to change it just yet because we're only 3 minutes into the game. They could just be switched for the moment. Ball's gone into the box. Bobby Wood, shot blocked. And saved. Great block by, I think it was Williams. But Bobby Wood's shot after it directly to Tyler Miller. Welcome in if you're just joining us. 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes in. And ball back to that number 99. Love when a goalie wears number 99. Petrovic. There's no like accent mark on the C, so I don't know. But yeah, I think Ruan's playing right mid. On the flanks, higher up than normal. Benteke's on the ball. And now Ruan. Let's look to just keep possession. Much bigger field than New York City, that's for sure. Just looks like there's tons more space. Yeah, and I think they've been in those spots long enough that I can switch this formation around. I'm gonna do that. Durkin is at right back, which is interesting. I'm gonna update that right now. There we go. They've switched. Ruan is at right mid. Durkin is at right back. And Bo has just gone down for New England, holding his face. I don't know who has. It's a free kick for New England, I think. All right, let's settle in. Ball into the box, headed over the bar. Well over. Here we go, Pete Shuttleworth. I don't think he's stood up yet. Free kick for DC. In our own half. Let's look to keep possession here. Exactly what Knaus does. Back to Derek Williams. And Click is actually dropping very deep. I'd like to see him do a little more interchanging, playing a little better with, alongside Knaus. I need them to be more connected. I think when they're connected, the amount of times that Knaus gets on the ball, it's been a lot this season so far. If Click stays connected with Knaus, he's going to get on the ball a whole ton, and we're going to see the best out of Mateusz Click. Speaking of Click, he's on the ball now. He almost gave it away. Gonna be a throw for us. And Click's back on the ball with tremendous space. Bad first touch, though. This is good for New England. DeJuan Jones all the way up. Watch out for him. He has played absolutely fantastic for New England so far this season. Homegrown player. I believe they drafted him back in 2000. I can't even give you a year. I don't know. They drafted him, though, I think. Corner kick. We'll just call him Esmir, the guy that I can't say his name because it has a lot of consonants in it, basically. Here's Esmir for New England. Ball comes into the back post. Brendan Bye leaves it for Bo. Into the box and not even into the side netting. It was far off. There's that player that I think you should be looking out for, the captain for New England. Orlando has just doubled their lead as well. 2-0. What is going on in Philly? What is going on in Philly? And now, they might have just ended the game before it's even started. They're not even 10 minutes in. And Orlando has gone up 2-0. I mean, wow. We could actually go above Philadelphia Union tonight if we win and that score holds. It's already 4 shots to our none in this game. Knaus has already got a grass stain on the back of his cherry blossom kit. Looks so fresh, so nice. Here we go, a little bit of pressing from DC. Probably our best bet is to press them. They'll like to hold onto the ball, force them to hoof it long. I'm confident that our center backs can win those. Their strategy is to hoof it long, like Bruce Arena likes to do. Give it to his big, tall strikers. Play direct. I'm confident that our center backs can handle that. I don't remember what the score was last time we did a stream with against New England. I don't remember. Last season, one of the streams that we did was against New England Revolution. Brandon Byes just put it into the box, and Bo has just skied it. Wow. And I think that graphic that they just showed on Apple TV, New England have won 7 of the last 8 encounters against us, and that other one was a draw. So we have not beaten New England in 8 matches against them. So let's look to break that record tonight, please. Benteke looked to backheel that, kept it in bounds, but it ultimately just went back to New England. This is going to be a tough one. There you go. Shuttleworth. There he is. Onto his feet. I mean, it wouldn't have been just Pete Shuttleworth's decision to play Ruan at right mid, obviously. Wayne Rooney probably did a little team talk. I don't know. If you ever watched the Arsenal series, the Arsenal All or Nothing, there was that one game where like Arteta had like COVID or something, and they put a TV screen in the locker room, and he still did the team talk even though he was sick. I'd imagine that is what Rooney did, or he recorded himself doing a little team talk, and then they showed it to the players before the game. And like we mentioned earlier, Benteke and Kudi Pietro have flip-flop sides, so we're going to see a lot of that, a lot of fluid movement, which is always a good thing. Tyler Miller off his line. He's looked good as a sweeper keeper, and also as a shot stopper. He's been very solid. I mean, we've conceded, I don't know if it's the most. I think it is the most. Other than Charlotte, we've conceded the most goals in the whole Eastern Conference. But Tyler Miller's made tons of great saves and has done some really good sweeping. I don't know. What is the verb for that? Sweeping? I think it is sweeping. I don't know. I think we've got a throw in here. No, it's a corner. Corner for the Revs. And like I said, they've been all over us. Like we were predicting, they're just going to be all over us, and we're just going to have to rely on some kind of moment of brilliance. You know what I'm going to predict? I'm going to predict a moment of brilliance from Click. He hasn't had a moment of brilliance since 6 minutes into the season. What is it, the 6th minute? I think it might have been. Maybe, since, the first 10 minutes of the Toronto game, we haven't seen the best out of Click. Daquan Jones putting in another cross. We've got to be very careful with those. Jackson Hopkins on the ball now. Finds Canals. We keep hold of possession. Here's Jacob Green. Good little ball into Cudi Pietro with lots of space. It's a decent cross. It was an early cross. It's going to be out for a goal kick, though. All the fans in the Chico stand were asking for a corner kick. Cudi Pietro shakes his head. Columbus have scored against Atlanta. Okay. Wilfred Nancy's side have taken the lead against league leaders so far. Atlanta United. It's going to be a handball. New England's not happy about it. First 15 minutes, it's actually flown by. Not a bad first 15 minutes. I mean, they have been controlling the game. At home, you want to be controlling the game, but it's a little bit of an exception. So there's just been a header back to our goalkeeper. Click has just headed it about 20 yards, 20 meters. Back to our goalkeeper. New England is better. We know. They've been the better side. They're out shooting us 6-0 right now on the shots. But none of them have turned to goal. But yeah, I'm predicting a moment of brilliance from Click. Ball back to the keeper. Okay. Petkovic doesn't struggle a bit to bring that ball down and distribute it back out. Okay. Daquan Jones into the box, cleared out by Birnbaum. It is Petrovic. Petrovic, not Petkovic. Petrovic saves everything. He looks to be a pretty good goalie. I mean, in 3 out of their 4 games, they haven't conceded a goal. Cudi Pietro flashes one across the face of goal. Benteke. That's the second cross in a row where Benteke has not been ready to receive that ball there. We need him to get in front of those defenders. Philadelphia Union has scored. It is 2-1 in that game. Orlando City still lead, but already there's been a response. Chance for us to control of the ball here. Long ball. Up to Ruan. Leaves it for Click. Out for a throw. We're in the final third. Tyler Miller once again way off his line to clear that up to Benteke. Benteke puts the ball in. Late runner in. It was Jackson Hopkins. Put one over the bar. He's rocking a new hairstyle. He's going with the buzz cut. Benteke puts in a good cross there. And a late runner. Jackson Hopkins should probably do better. Should probably get that on goal. He's kind of running away from it. It's a little bit behind him. But at least he was there. That's a big thing. He was in the box. He was ready to receive it. And we overloaded that box for like the first time in a while. We didn't do it at all in the New York City game. Ball into the box, blocked by Jacob Green. Thought we were going to see a handball there, but we didn't. Click, back out to Canals. Well, Click has been slowly increasing in in his influence on the game. Slowly. Like him to get more involved. Throwing for DC. That's probably looked to be a handball, but throwing for DC. Benteke turns his defender. Took a shot on his left, but it was blocked. Jackson Hopkins to the back stick. Saved. 1 goal in the first half. That's a tough one. I'm gonna say yes, because the game actually looks pretty open. I thought we were gonna be very defensive, but here's Rouen. Cuts it back. The game has started very open. Usually the game starts with both teams kind of being very defensive and then it opens up from there. I was expecting it to be taken to the extreme tonight. I thought we were going to line up with that 5 bank in midfield and just sit in. But the game looks actually pretty open, so with 25 minutes to go, I think there could be a goal in this first half. Bad pass from Durkin, though. He is at right back tonight. Shocking, but he's not done horrible until that moment. Jacob Green does really well there. Blocks the shot. Well, it just gets away from Cudi Pietro there. He's not done great so far, KDP, but he's gonna hopefully switch back on. He tends to have at least one moment where he just takes on multiple defenders. I mean, he's been involved. He just hasn't done a lot. He's had 2 moments where he's crossed it probably a little too early before Benteke was ready. Hopkins is fouled pretty much exactly at half field. Flick floats one into the box. And there's going to be a throw-in for New England. Petrovic, 3 clean sheets this season, tied for the most in the MLS. He has been very solid for New England. It's going to be a hard back line to break through. Hard keeper to beat as well. Good pressing here from Durkin. Oh, that looked like it stayed in bounds, but it didn't. It was good from Durkin there. He's recovered from his mistake. Tyler Miller finds Click. He's played like risky one-touch passes in the midfield, but he's yet to give one away this season. Hopefully I didn't just jinx that, but he looks really good. And if you're interested in March Madness, which, I mean, why wouldn't you be? Kansas State and FAU are in a 1-point game right now. Less than 7 minutes to go. Kansas State are in the lead. I'll update you when that game finishes. There's XG on the screen right now. If you believe in XG, it was 1.17, I think, for New England, and 0.18 for us. I say if you believe in XG because some people are just completely anti-XG. I think it's an interesting way to look at it, but is it completely accurate? I'm not so sure. Bobby Wood has left that one. No, it wasn't Bobby Wood, it was actually Bo. Knew he was offsides, let the ball run, and now it's Jacob Green for DC. All the way back to Tyler Miller. Well, even though it's been 0-0, it's actually been a little bit of an interesting game. Pretty interesting. Right now, we're just keeping possession in our back line. A little bit of press from DC. Once again, another one-touch pass into the midfield. And we've now lost it to Daquan Jones. Long switching ball. And really good from Durkin here. Foul is called. It's going to be our ball. Really good from Durkin there, though. That's great defending. And then drew the foul. A little over 15 minutes remain in this first half. And that ball looked like it skipped through for Jackson Hopkins, but it's out for a throw. Petrovic collects for New England. Ball knocked down from Benteke to KDP. And now it's Jackson Hopkins into the box. Chance. Knaus and Benteke collided. Not enough communication there. They both went for the ball. And it is now back to The Revs. Another good bit of defending from Durkin. Durkin, not the quickest. Wayne Rooney even said it. But he's playing right back. So, is that a little bit of a risk? Yes. But New England tend to play pretty narrow. So is this Ruan flip, getting him higher up the pitch, is that a way of us trying to exploit that? Benteke's brought the ball down for Jackson Hopkins, who's looked lively these last 5 minutes. Shot into the hands of Petrovic. That's our first real shot of the game. It was decent. He had to get down for it. He had to dive for it a little bit. To start somewhere. Some good pressing from DC here. We forced them to go long, and just like I said, our center backs are able to deal with it. Flicked on for Ruan. He does have help in the box. Gudi Pietro's still down. Hopefully he's just been stepped on, because we cannot afford another long-term injury. Hopefully he hasn't broken his ankle or something. He's back up and running. Sprained his ankle or something. He's still in pain. Still limping. Hopefully he recovers. Birnbaum knocks it down for Durkin. Chicago have scored. They've taken the lead against Inter Miami. A little bit of a shock. Chicago sitting bottom of the Eastern Conference. Could they find their first win of the season in Miami tonight? We'll update you on all those games around the league. We'll give a little halftime update on all the games, all the 7:30 games, and then when the 8:30 games kick off, we'll let you know. Bobby Wood into the box, blocked by Derek Williams, who went sliding into the grass, into the grass. Bobby Wood looks a little more mobile than I thought he would be. It's a good block. It's gone out for a corner. Good stuff from Derek Williams. Short corner. Long shot. Just wide. Looked like a good shot. Good strike. Connected really well with it. Panayoto. But a goal kick for Tyler Miller. Now it's Durkin. Goes long out for a throw-in. Well inside of New England's defensive third. Bobby Wood was not happy with that call. Oh, Durkin's actually kept that in. DC throwing. Benteke flicks it on for Cudi Pietro, who looks to be recovered from that ankle injury or some kind of injury where he probably was stepped on. Out for a corner. All right. Here we go. Let's get Birnbaum up. Let's get Williams up for the corner. Birnbaum scored from a corner in the last game. Can he get one here? And he almost scored a second to equalize against NYCFC. Ball in to the back stick. It's helped on by the New England defender. Out for a throw. The grass once again at Audi Field looks pretty long. I don't know if that's something that Wayne Rooney has requested to go along with this 4-4-2. Just make it a difficult place for teams to come to. And it was a rainy, misty day here, so there looks to be a big strip of mud on that far side of the pitch and a little bit on the near side. But the grass is definitely going to be slick. That is for sure. He has called the foul there at about half field. 10 minutes remain in this first half. It's been a back and forth game where the first half of the first 20 minutes, were controlled by New England. And now, this back half has been, we've been in control with some moments of from New England where they looked dangerous but did not convert. Which has kind of been the story of our season. Look dangerous but cannot convert. Hopefully we convert tonight, and hopefully we get one in the first half because, yeah, we need a goal in the first half. Well, I have to say, we have not made it easy for them in this first half. They've had to work for their chances, and so far we've kept a clean sheet, which is the biggest task tonight. Keep a clean sheet, and if we get a goal, then we get a goal. Because when you keep a clean sheet, you can't lose. I think that should be our focus for these next couple games. If we keep a clean sheet, we've conceded some of the most goals in the Eastern Conference. Us and Montreal have conceded the most goals, 8 of them in 4 games. That's on average, quick math, on average, that is 2 goals a game. Not great at all, actually. So I think for these next couple games, and especially when we're at home, I want us to keep a clean sheet. Cudi Pietro's not happy. Hopefully we see a response in the second half. He looks like he's angry. He ruined this chance right here. He should have released it quicker. Carlos Terran has doubled Chicago's lead in Miami. So it looks like Chicago might get their first win of the season. You know what I just thought about? I don't know why I just thought about it. But how long will it take for Hernan Losada to get sacked from Montreal? Because that's a Montreal side that, like, literally, like, last season were they second place in the Eastern Conference? Even though some of those players, that squad has changed a little bit, they look horrible. They actually look horrible. I mean, 3 losses, and they obviously got the win comeback against Philadelphia Union, but how long will it take for him to get sacked? Or are the expectations very low for his first season? He doesn't seem like a long-term. He doesn't really play a long-term, like a style of play. Style of play is not very. It's not really something that you can build up for the future. He's a young head coach, but doesn't really play a great style of football or soccer that you can build, really. It's just kind of overdrive where you have 3 defenders and everybody else attack. And then it ends up being no attack. At least that's what it was at DC. Benteke. Throw in? Kick? I don't know. It was a free kick. Alright, maybe one last big chance in this first half. Hopefully we'll get a goal. We'll see a goal. And hopefully it's from DC. Throw in for DC. Well inside New England's half. Good quick build up here. Will it build up to anything? Back to Tyler Miller. Good one-touch pass from Miller. Into Williams, who's going to go long. Jones cuts it out. Falls to Click, who goes to Durkin. Back to Birnbaum. New York Red Bulls have scored. They've taken the lead against Charlotte. There we go. A little bit of press from Benteke forces a throw-in. Canals. Back to Williams. Well, I'm glad we're actually getting a pretty entertaining game. Because I kind of predicted it as a 0-0, but this game looks pretty open. Even though it's still 0-0. This is good stuff from DC here. We've kept the ball for a long period of time. Now it's Ruan. This is the biggest part. The final ball. Ruan. Struggled to get past DeJuan Jones. Out for another throw. Both assistant coaches are on their feet for DC. Clicks left it for Ruan. Cleared not as far as Jacob Green. Oh, great dummy run. Out to Rowan. Hits it. Back post. It's a goal. Benteke. Here we go. We've gotten that first half goal. DC United lead. DC United goal. That build-up play was absolutely fantastic. These last 3 minutes, we've kept the ball. We've cycled it all the way back around. Ruan's put in an absolutely fantastic little cross there. Fantastic from KDP to leave it for Benteke. Out to Ruan. And then that is exactly what Benteke can do. Let's change the score. We're going to be leading going into the half by the looks of it. 1-0. We have taken the lead. I don't know what celebration that was from Benteke, but it looked good. And there's the Chico stand. And now all their brand new Cherry Blossom kits are drenched in a lot of beverages. I don't even know if I'm allowed to, I don't know, beer. I don't even know if I'm allowed to say that on this. YouTube, don't take me down. And that is halftime. Referee has blown for halftime, and we've got that momentum. Wait, never mind. I lied. It's not halftime. Now it's halftime. Okay, yeah, it is halftime. Benteke giving a little wave to the fans. And we are going into the second half. Well, we will be going into the second half with a 2-0 lead. How about that? To end the half. 1-0 with a Benteke goal. Absolutely fantastic. Wayne Rooney was probably jumping up and down on his sofa at home. Okay, let's talk about that first half. I was expecting a very defensive style, but the more the game went on, the more we kind of realized if they're just going to play this direct, long ball style, we can press them a little bit and we can just take control of the game. When we have the ball, they don't. That's as simple as that. If we have the ball, they can't score. Just keep the ball. And we just relaxed. That whole back end of the first half, we were relaxed. We looked very composed. We kept the ball. And at the end, we put it all together. And that is the biggest thing we've been looking for these first handful of games this season. It finally came in match week 5. We cycled it all the way back around. I think it was Hopkins that played the ball in. Kudi Pietro did a dummy run. Benteke lays it off for Ruan, gets the ball back on the cross, and finishes. Penalty box striker. We say it all the time. That's what Benteke can do. Give him the ball in a good position. He's going to put it in the back of the net. Right place, right time. Easy finish. But it's hard to get yourself into that position. So really good stuff all around. The Cherry Blossom kit looks like it's good luck. Gonna have to buy one. If you're just joining us, it's halftime. DC United lead. It is 1-0. Oh, and I'll check the other scores around the league because those are probably either about to get to halftime because it's in stoppage time or, all that. And also, Loudoun United kickoff against FC Tulsa at 8:30. So we'll be talking about that. Here we go. New York Red Bulls lead 1-0 against Charlotte. Columbus Crew lead 1-0 against Atlanta United. We're leading, obviously, at home against New England. Inter Miami have also just scored. They've cut the lead in half against Chicago, so it's 2-1 Chicago. And then Orlando lead 2-1 in Philly. That is your halftime update. We've got about I mean, the halftime only just started, so probably gonna be another like 10 minutes. Yeah, 10 or 12 minutes until the second half kicks off. I will be right back. Don't go anywhere. That was a great first half, and then we'll talk about the first half a little more. Talk about what to see in the second half, what changes could be made. I don't think we need any changes right now. Things look great, but the biggest danger is if New England change their style of play. Are we going to be able to react without Wayne Rooney on the sidelines? Hopefully. I will be right back. we're back. Second half should get underway in about 5 minutes. But looking at some momentum bars, some stats on the first half. Momentum has mainly been with New England on this momentum bar that I'm looking at, probably because they've just created the better quality chances. But we've had a lot of the ball, but not the majority of the ball. 48% possession for us, 52 for them. So pretty even, basically 50-50. XG, if you care about XG, it's 1.11 for New England, 0.98, basically one for each of us. In terms of XG, there's been a lot of shots, especially for New England. It's been 11 shots for them, 5 for us. Accurate passes, usually there's a big lopsided. These past couple games, we've been outpassed by our opponents, especially in New York. We were outpassed entirely. This time, it's very close. New England have had the better accuracy, and they've made 16 more passes than us. That number is 176. There's also been a good amount of fouls. This kind of reminds me of the Toronto game, actually. A lot of fouls. We're at Audi Field, and after they controlled it for the first bit of the first half, we controlled it on the back end of the first half. A lot like the Toronto game, and it looks like there looks to be more goals in this. New England are not out of the game by any stretch of the imagination. They're very much still in it. There could just be a moment of brilliance from Daejuan Jones, or a moment of brilliance from Gustavo Bo. But we could also get a moment of brilliance from Benteke, or a moment of brilliance from Cudi Pietro. Hopkins looks really, really good so far. My man of the match of that first half is probably Ruan. Ruan has looked really, really good. And Durkin in a spot where, we haven't seen him play really before, definitely this season. He's looked really, really good, really solid defensively, despite his lack of pace that Wayne Rooney has mentioned multiple times. Loudoun United's game has just kicked off. We'll update you on goals in that game. Loudoun United looked pretty good this season. Good to see. Yeah, we'll update you on that. Obviously, we've got a former Loudoun United player. Lots of them, actually. Cudi Pietro, I believe. Jackson Hopkins for sure. Jacob Green in the team right now. And then on the bench, we've got Luis Zamudio, who was absolutely class, one of the best goalkeepers in the USL Championship last year. Signed a contract for DC United. And then there's Hayden Sargis as well, who's on the bench tonight. But how long? Well, we know at least the 70th minute, but the real question is, will we see Taxi tonight? I hope we do, for a little bit, so we can, he can get some minutes under his belt for this season. Let us know that he's okay. Some DC United chants going on around the ground. The players are walking back out for this this second half. If you're just joining us, second half is about to begin. Steven Birnbaum is even rocking a pink and white captain's armband to go along with the cherry blossom kit. And by the way, that is only the 5th goal, which actually, it's a pretty high amount, but considering 4 of them was against LAFC, we're the only team other than LAFC that have scored against the New England Revolution this year. We've done it at home, but still really good. It was a great first half from DC. Benteke giving some more advice to Cudi Pietro. You love to see that. More of the 8:30 kickoffs are starting. More of the 8:30 games are kicking off. Let's see. Austin FC versus Colorado Rapids. Houston Dynamo versus NYCFC. Minnesota United versus Vancouver Whitecaps. Nashville versus Cincinnati. And then Sporting Kansas City versus Seattle Sounders. Later on tonight, there's the 9:30 game, Real Salt Lake versus St. Louis City, looking to make it 5 in a row for St. Louis. That would be quite something. And then the very late kickoffs all the way on the West Coast, LAFC versus Dallas, and you hate to be Toronto or a Toronto fan because the game kicks off at 10:30 in San Jose. San Jose Earthquakes versus Toronto. We have one of those games like that this season. Second half is kicked off. I'm going to start the timer. Slightly behind by about 5 seconds, but we're underway. I'm sure we have one of those games. Okay, chance on a counterattack from New England right away. It could still be raining, actually. I didn't think about that. I know it was raining earlier today. It was raining when I had my game today. But it looks like the rain has gotten heavier for the second half. Or there's just more mist from the sprinklers, just more foggy. I don't know. Here's Brandon By, who we've kept very quiet so far. That looked out of bounds, but the referee did not call it. I'm just going to check when that is. Hopefully it's in the summertime so I can still stream it. Okay, it's in September. So, yeah, we play Vancouver Whitecaps at their place at 10:30 kickoff. 4 p.m. kickoff for the Leagues Cup game, or Leagues Cup games. Looking ahead at the schedule. But the majority of these games, 7:30, actually our very next game in Chicago is an 8:30 kickoff. So we do a little bit of a later stream. Later streams, sometimes they're fun. And against Chicago, might get a win. It looks very foggy. Let's watch the game now. Looks very foggy. I don't know, I'll have to check. Is it raining? Because I can't see out my window. And actually, thunderstorms. Hold on. Ball out for almost had to throw in, but it's a goal kick. Make sure. Washington, D.C. So there could be some thunderstorms, actually. Apparently. I don't know, I'm just looking at the weather app. I don't know. Can you looking at the weather in Washington D.C. Hang on. Let's see. You're seeing a little bit of a reflection there, but there's some. There you go. Will it focus? There we go. 9 and 10 p.m. There's that little lightning emoji or symbol. I don't know. So hopefully this game doesn't get called off. It shouldn't. Falls into the box. Jackson Hopkins, another shot from him, straight to the keeper. Sporting Kansas City has just scored in the 5th minute. So lots of quick starts tonight in a lot of these games. But Seattle Sounders now trail in Kansas City. This looks dangerous. From New England here. Brandon By. Goal kick. Columbus has doubled their lead as well against Atlanta. Benteke switches to Ruan, who I think was man of the match in the first half. Benteke also looked good, probably a close second. They're probably interchangeable. We'll see what happens in the second half. Who will get my vote for man of the match? Who gets yours? We'll talk about that briefly at the end of the game, like we usually do. Mateus Click on the corner. I think this is only our second corner of the game. First one of the second half. Ball's in, caught by Petrovic. Not a great corner. You'd like to see more whip on it, a little lower instead of a big floating ball. Tyler Miller's way out of his goal, but it's going to be a goal kick. And we might see some time wasting in this second half. 5 minutes in already, which is good. I'm fine with us just sitting in defensively. It's going to get a little nervy eventually, but we're just going to see what happens. If it means we get 3 points, I'm fine with us sitting in defending. Austin FC have also opened up the score lines. They've taken the lead against Colorado Rapids. Good defending from Jacob Green. He's won the ball back and dribbled it out of bounds. Both assistant managers, assistant coaches are on the touchline, on their feet. And they look actually more animated than Wayne Rooney has been these first 4 games. If you're just tuning in, you didn't know, Wayne Rooney has been ill, adding on to our injury crisis that we've already had to start with. We can't even fill up the bench. 5 field players are on the bench. 2 of them are center backs. And then plus 2 goalies. And that injury crisis has spread all the way to Wayne Rooney. He said that it's been there's been some kind of sickness being spread through the coaching staff, and Wazza has been infected, but affected by the whatever virus. And chance for Gustavo Bo, New England Revolution captain, but sent it wide. Columbus Crew now lead 3-0. 3-0 against Atlanta. By the way. So, I want to just quickly look at a live table because there's actually been a lot of goals. So, let me see. In a live table, we are in 9th. We're in the playoffs. Not officially. Live table. If these results hold, we'll be in 9th. And we will have jumped above Philadelphia Union. But Columbus Crew also leading 3-0. Big collision. And I just missed it. Tyler Miller. He looks fine. There was a one-on-one chance, and he made a sliding tackle, and then stole it from Brandon Bye. Great stuff from him. He just put in a tackle. He literally just put in a tackle on Brendan Bye. Great stuff from Tyler Miller. I do like the way the camera looks. Like I said, I fiddled with the camera settings. It should be a brighter. That was the goal. Make it a little brighter. Chance for a cross. Good tackle for Ruan. Don't know what happened there. Good tackle from Ruan. Header. Great save from Tyler Miller. Great save from Tyler Miller. And I have just remembered, I have to bring this into the stream. Unfortunately, I did just talk about doing the next game, that game against Chicago, a later stream. Just remembered, I'm actually going to be in Dallas. Could stream, no, I don't know. Could I stream from my hotel room? I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to be in Dallas for the Dallas Cup. You might have heard of it. Lots of, there's also that MLS Next, whatever, the GA Cup that they have going on. So lots of MLS academies. So you could have heard of it. Dallas Cup. Teams from other countries are in it as well. But I'm going to be in Dallas for the game against Chicago. So I don't know if there's going to be a live stream. I doubt it. But on the off chance that there is one, I will make sure everybody knows on Twitter. I'll put that out. So follow me on Twitter in the link in the description. Great shot from Hopkins though, not too far over. Looked like it was a little too high over the bar and slightly wide. Not a bad shot though. We'll see on the replay. Not bad. And there's going to be a card here for sure. Derek Williams had to take him down. Definitely a yellow card. Deserved. He's not complaining about it. He got completely turned. And then it was a last man situation. Not really a last man situation. He was still a good 50 yards from goal. But he had to take him down there. Jacob Green was far up the pitch. Good turn from Bo. "13 minutes into this second half. We're approaching the hour mark. We've been live for a little over an hour and a half. 90 minutes. Good to see you. Big chance for New England here. Cross comes into the box. Tyler Miller collects. Trying to calm down his back line. He's been very, very solid these last few games. Well, this whole season so far, he's been very solid. Coming off his line especially. has not worried me a bit. Here's Click. Out to Hopkins. Another chance for him to cut in on his right foot. And Benteke was a little bit late arriving into the box. It was a decent cross, though. Dropped right before the goalkeeper. Here we go. Good defending in midfield. Looks to just take the sting out of it, though. Back out to Jacob Green, who's been solid all game. Probably the biggest weakness in this team going into it, looking at the lineup, you'd probably say they want to get Brandon Bye involved in their attack, get him overloading. We've barely seen him. With Jackson Hopkins and Jacob Green on the same side, you'd think that they would try and attack that side. It's mainly been Daejuan Jones on the opposite side, and Durkin and Ruan have done magnificently on that right side. Jacob Green as well, along with Hopkins on that opposite side, good. Midfield, good, just good all around. Lots of thumbs up. Thumbs ups. Ball into the feet of Benteke. Finds Ruan. Floats it to the back stick. Overhit. Akinmboni is not in the squad. He had a little concussion thing. I don't know. He's out of this game. Not in the squad after his head injury in the NYCFC game. Carles Gil is coming on. Let's defend. So is Josie Altidore. Maybe we don't have to worry about it. I'm kidding. I actually have a I don't know where it is. I could probably find it, but I'm not. I have a signed picture of Josie Altidore. Like signed, like real he signed it. There's like a little thing like what is it called? Authenticized. I don't know, is that it's authentic. He signed it with a Sharpie. Picture of him. He signed it, and there's a goal that's just gone in. Okay. It's 1-1. Well, I said there were more goals in this. More goals to be scored. New England have proven me right. Now we'll look to get our lead back. Carles Gil on the cross to the back stick. Oh, he could be offsides. That could be offsides. Please, VAR, look at this. Please, VAR, look at this. It's a great finish, by the way. But Bo could have been offsides. I think he was offsides. Please tell me VAR is going to look at this at least. Our backline's been great all game. We don't deserve this. Are they looking at it? Please? Oh, they've already gotten the game underway. I'm going to rewind the game. I'm sorry, I have to look at that. I need to see it. I need to see it again. Hang on. Hopefully I don't miss a big moment. Alright, I'm going to make sure, guys. That's just me pausing and starting it. Okay, he was onside. Everybody, I can confirm he was onside. Certificate of authenticity. Something like that. Something like that. Oh, and a March Madness update, by the way. FAU beat Kansas City. So, or Kansas State. So FAU are in the Final Four. And the UConn-Gonzaga game is going to be starting soon. if it hasn't already started. All right. We need another moment of brilliance. Not an ideal situation, needing to score a second against a defense that has been solid this whole start of the season. Although it's been solid against not great opposition. Houston and Charlotte, not great. But they also kept a clean sheet against Nashville, so we'll just have to see what happens. Carles Gill on the ball. When will Taxi be introduced? I think Taxi's going to come on. I think he will. I think we're going to see Taxi. Imagine Taxi wins it in his first game of the season. Back from injury. Brandon Bye cuts it back. Not great from him. And Jacob Green is able to clear that all the way out for a throw. Somebody's coming on. It's going to be Yamil Assad. I see him on the sideline. Who's going to come off? I think that's Taxi. Taxi as well. I think Taxi's also coming on. So it's Taxi and Yamil Assad. And I'm going to guess. I'm going to guess Cudi Pietro. It's tough because I think both Ruan, ball into the box. Benteke left it. I think both Ruan and Hopkins deserve to stay on. So, but we're also reaching the 70th minute now. So they could be getting tired. And they've probably got all the information on like their heart rate, and basically if you've ever played FIFA or Football Manager or any sports game, you can see how fatigued a player is. They basically have that on the side, on those like heart monitors that they wear under their shirts. But yeah, Cudi Pietro's not been great, so I think he's definitely one of the ones that's going to come off. Probably that's the role that Taxi's going to fill in. And then Yamil Assad's definitely going to the wing. I'm going to say, I think for Jackson Hopkins. Ruan's just, I think there's something in him. He can put in that cross that we win the game on. I think it's in him. He has it in him. It's probably going to be a foul. Yep. All right, we're going to see the subs, I think. We are seeing the subs. Who's coming off? Durkin looks disappointed. Hopefully it's not Durkin. The camera's showing Durkin. I want Durkin to stay on. Number 22. Cudi Pietro is off for Funtas, like we said. So he's actually gonna play more than 20 minutes, and it's Jackson Hopkins for Yamil Assad. I'm gonna quickly change the graphic. Yamil Assad is on, and then Taxi is in the game. All right, free kick for Carles Gill. Let's not concede here while I'm putting this lineup on the screen. Ooh, well over and well wide. All right, that's what it looks like. We're going to be doing for the possibly the remainder of the game. We don't have to make that third substitution or the fourth or the fifth. Ball long to Benteke. Keeper got tripped up by himself, that is. But Taxi is on the pitch. And so is Yamil Assad. Pete Shuttleworth is shaking his head in disagreement. disapproval. I think that's the word that I'm looking for. Canals wins it. Benteke. Canals on it again. No foul called. Nope, there's a foul. Canals stays down. Yeah, that's definitely a foul. I mean, he just, even though I guess he got the ball, but like he ran through Canals to get the ball. So, definitely a foul. Click floats one in. Ruan's just gonna keep hold of it, hopefully. Oh, wow. Oh, no, it's just a throw-in. Okay. Thought he called a foul on Ruan there. About to say. About 20 minutes remain in the second half in the game. And we have sort of lost control of the game. Maybe from this throw-in we can gain some control back. Benteke was thrown to the floor there. Don't know if that should have been a call. Penalty. Possibly. But we've got, I mean, I don't know who our official, I don't remember who our official player of the season last year was, or our player of the year was last year. Probably Taxi. He's on the field right now. So, I mean, he hasn't played yet this season, so he's going to be a little rusty. He's got limited time. But hopefully we see the Taxi that we remember from last year. Lots of space, lots of time. Looking for Taxi. Taxi has it. Shot is on to the near post. Great save. And Petrovic had to dive, had to get down there to get it. Great stuff from Taxi to hold off the defender. Really good stuff from him. Inches away. It's going to be a corner. Great stuff from Taxi there. The corner cleared. We remain in possession though. Ooh. Out for a throw. Jacob Green goes crashing into the advertisement boards. And it's another one of those games where if it ended 1-1, if the game ended now, you'd be disappointed that we conceded that one goal, but at the same time, they kind of deserved a goal here. Just like I think we deserved our goal. A draw was the right result, but it just feels like we could have gotten that win. But at the same time, if you offered me a draw before this game, I would have accepted it. Taxi's on the ball now, takes it on his left foot. He's going to have a lot of shots. We need a lot of shots in these last 15 minutes. But at the same time, we can't commit too many players forward from our midfield. Ball out to Brandon By. Overloading on that back stick. Durkin helps it on. Now Ruan's on the ball. Good stuff from him. Gets it back to Durkin. Looks very rainy on that far side. Foul. DC United free kick. Derek Williams wants to play it short, but he's going to have to go long for Benteke. Free kick for New England now. I said it in the first half. It reminds me of a lot of the Toronto game. And if New England get this some kind of late goal, it was around this time when they got it, I think. Or maybe it was it might have been into the 80th minute. But then we'll need another comeback. Hopefully that doesn't happen. But Taxi is on the field, looking fresh in that cherry blossom kit. There's going to be a DC goal kick. Assad finds Click. Back to Jacob Green. Out for the throw. Not great. There's a substitution, though. It's for the Revs. Boateng comes on for them. And Panayotu comes off for New England. Jacob Green is down. We don't have a left back on the bench, so he's getting back up to his feet. There is a substitution. I think Green is coming off. And Nigel Roberta is on. Oh, Ruan's gonna go to left back. Okay. That makes sense. It is Ruan at left back. Okay. So Roberta's now at the right wing spot. We've got a free kick now. Might get a quick restart, but I'm gonna quickly change this. Nigel Roberta's on. Okay. There we go. I'm getting better at updating the lineup. Here we go. If you're just joining us, 10 minutes remain at Audi Field. We are tied 1-1. It's going to be a close last few minutes here with Taxi Funtas on the pitch for the first time this season. And no fouls called there. A decent long ball. Chance for us to press. Out for a throw. Not a great touch from Roberta, but he ended up getting it back. Seattle Sounders have equalized. Oh, wow. Lots of goals are coming in. Holy cow. Everybody's scoring right now. Can we add to that? Okay, so it's 5-1. I haven't updated the scores in a while from that game, but yellow card for Brandon By. 5-1 Columbus. So Atlanta United have just been 5-1'd themselves after 5-1ing Portland Timbers. It's 5-1 to Crew in that game. Charlotte have equalized against New York. Inter Miami also equalized against Chicago. They can't even buy Brandon By. Get it? Brandon By. Like, he just got a yellow card. They can't buy a result, a win. Philadelphia Union still trail in that game against Orlando. Ball bounces in the box. Nigel Roberta. Shot blocked. And then Austin FC still lead against Colorado. And Seattle Sounders equalized against the Whitecaps. Or no, against Sporting Kansas City. Eight minutes plus stoppage time left. Okay. Try to put out a little tweet. Here we go. There's going to be a goal. Has to come now. If there's going to be a winner. Has to come now. Yamil Assad on the ball for DC. Skips it past two defenders. Back to Ruan, who is playing left back now. Ruan continues his inverted run, and now a cross with his weak foot, out, forcing a corner. Corner kick for DC. Can we have Taxi take this? Honestly, these last couple corners from Click have been not great. Good bit of passing play from Yamil Assad and Ruan there. Made a good run. And it wasn't that whipping cross that you'd get from Ruan on his right foot, but he took it on his weak foot, and it was decent. Ball in! Birnbaum connected with it, but he was put back across, and then nobody was there to nod it home. Taxi. Still Taxi. I think it's going to be a corner kick. It's 5-2. Atlanta United are coming back. Quick corner. Could catch them off guard. Cleared out, not as far as Knaus, who props it back up. Looking for Click, but it's going to go out for a throw-in for DC. Minnesota United have taken the lead against the Vancouver Whitecaps. Ruan's going to do a long throw here. Never mind. Good defending from Williams. Here's Derek Williams. Finds Ruan. One cut in, cross it. Waiting for that cross to go in. And Benteke to head it home. Mad if we get 3 points here. That would be huge. Ball comes out for Click. Gives it to Roberta. Come on, put it across. Roberta's cross is blocked. Not a great throw-in as well. And now, a counter chance. Counter-attack. Great. Okay. Durkin caught up to Daejuan Jones, put in a tackle, and then it ends in a corner. Corner for New England. Okay, never mind. Atlanta United, their goal has just been ruled out. They said, listen, you won 5-1 last week. We're going to have to do it to you. 5-1. Gustavo Bo is coming off for New England, and Vrioni is on, the number 9. Corner for New England. Ball in. Not a great clearance. It's a goal. Really unlucky for Tyler Miller. And the bad record in goals conceded continues. What even happened there? Williams missed the header, and then it deflected off him for the goal. And Williams probably would have been better off leaving it there, but you can't really blame him in that scenario. Blame him in that scenario. Now it really looks like the Toronto game. Except KDP is not on the pitch. Flicked on by Benteke. We're going to have to put Birnbaum at striker again. We've given up a 1-0 lead. The game has been turned on its head. It was Noel Buck for New England. He's been annoying all game. Just his facial expressions just annoyed me. and it was a lucky goal, and he celebrated like he won the World Cup. Ruan is on the ball. Could put in a cross. Corner for DC. Ruan looks to be limping. Hopefully Ruan doesn't have to come off. And there's not going to be a ton of added minutes, probably. We'll see after this corner. Whipped it. Oh! Somebody put it in. Oh! Birnbaum got another head on it. Benteke. Okay, we've got another corner. 3 added minutes. It's going to have to come from a corner. Birnbaum connected really well on it. Cleared off the line. And then Williams' header. Couldn't get his full power on it. Another scramble in the box. And they're talking to VAR. Okay, never mind. We're going to play on. It's halftime in the Loudoun United game. 1-0. Tulsa lead. Benteke. Save from the keeper. Thought we had it there. 2 added minutes. Well, 2 minutes remain of the 3 added on. Big chance. We've got to get some more corner goals. There's the Birnbaum one. We just couldn't convert. Durkin's back on the ball. He's going to move it upfield. Birnbaum is playing striker now. Ball comes out to him. I think there might be a throw-in. Yeah, just a throw-in. Not a free kick. Ruan might do a long... Okay. He always does a run-up like he's going to do a long throw. Durkin to the back stick. Headed back in. Not great. Tyler Miller's going to serve this one up. Another corner. Hurry up and take the corner. Come on, we've got to get one of these. Petrovic, I feel like Petrovic is going to catch this. He's off his line. Tyler Miller's up for this, by the way. The goalkeeper. To the back stick. And goes long. Ruan is limp running to the throw-in to take it. All right, Tyler Miller, come on. One last chance. He's blowing up. The ref isn't allowing it. It ends 2-1 to New England. Not good. Buck. I can't even... Is that his Buck celebration? He's been annoying all game. Columbus have made it 6 in that game. I can't watch it anymore. Just watching Buck smile. Xander, it's okay. It's gonna be okay. Wow. I really thought we were gonna get that last goal. Unlucky. Really unlucky. Yeah, thank you for watching. Not a lot to say other than wow. And wow in the Chicago game, they've just won it in a 92nd minute winner. Why couldn't we get the equalizing goal in stoppage time? So close in the end, but not close enough. Everybody, thank you for watching. I don't think we will be doing a stream for the Chicago game because I will be away. I will be in Dallas. On the off chance that I stream from my hotel room, I'll let you know on Twitter. That is linked in my in the description below. Make sure you subscribe, turn on your notifications, like the video, all that fun stuff. Follow on Twitter, whatever. Thank you very much for watching. It's been fun as always, even though we lost. We're on the up though. We're on the up. It's not going to get worse than it did last season. It's not going to be worse than it was, hopefully. Hopefully. And that was without Wayne Rooney on the sideline. So yeah, I'll leave it there. Thank you everybody for watching. I will see you.